Hi, everybody. I'm Howard Finberg. I'm at the Poynter Institute, and I'm with Vicki Kruger, who's my deputy. We both are part of Poynter's e-learning site, News University, and we're really sorry we can't be there with you today at what we think is probably one of the most important conferences for educators and others who are interested in news literacy. But thanks to the magic of this video camera and the expertise of the questions sent along by Dean Miller, we're going to try to tell you a little bit about what's going on at Poynter News U. So Vicki, you have Dean's questions.
I do.
So we're going to choose to ignore most of them. Oh no, we won't do that. What does Dean want to know on behalf of the audience there?
Sure. The first thing is what Poynter's doing in the area of news literacy and other e-learning. So can you give us a rundown of our curriculum?
Absolutely. I think it's an expanding curriculum, and that's one of the things I like about it the most. And it's anchored by a couple key courses, one of which is that comes out of Stony Brook, which is the Watching TV News, How to Be a Smarter Viewer. You know that course well.
I do.
And it's very successful. Mm-hmm. And what do you think? What are the things that you like about it as a way of demonstrating Poynter's proficiency in e-learning?
A couple of interesting things that we've done, not only with content, but also with interactivity. There is an opportunity for people to learn the characteristics of different kinds of media, whether something's a column or a news story, advertising. Right. And then there's this incredible interactive moment where people can watch Marcy McGinnis, who is part of the program at Stony Brook.
Hi, Marcy.
Hi, Marcy. While she deconstructs a piece of TV programming and explains what makes it news, what are the sources, how to give you vocabulary to describe what you're watching on TV.
Okay, but that's not all the kinds of, that's not the only course we have.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, of course, there's always more. News Sense, one of our most popular courses. That's really about the building blocks of news, done by Mary Ann Hogan, a writing coach in South Florida, who really looked at how and what makes news. Understanding Media, Principles and Process, done in partnership with the NAA Foundation. And plus we have two great games, the Be a Reporter game and the Be an Editor game, both of which help students understand the role that journalism plays in today's society.
Thanks. All right, let's talk about what's coming next.
Okay.
We know we have some stuff that's in the curriculum already. What are we planning next?
Well, we have Identifying Propaganda. That's not the official title, but that's the theme of a module we're developing in partnership with the United States Holocaust Museum and Memorial. You've seen some of that. It's not just about history. It's not just about the Holocaust.
That's right.
What's in there that looks exciting to you?
What is cool about this course is it will give, again, will let students, teachers, and the general public look at a piece of media and say, oh, this is what makes it propaganda, this is what makes it news, and give you some tools for once you've identified something as propaganda, what do you do next? What are the rights and responsibilities and roles of citizens in a democracy when you're confronted with propaganda?
And sometime this spring is when we expect to wrap that up. There's a lot of vetting going on in terms of that because propaganda, difficult topic, sensitive topic. We've got one working right now about sourcing and verification in partnership with RTDNA, their foundation, and then later we will begin work on something called Image of the Journalist. I wanted to say language of the journalist. That doesn't make any sense. Image of the Journalist. That is going to be a lot of fun to watch and learn from.
We get a lot of, we see a lot of email, especially from high school teachers, about, oh, what are the greatest journalism movies of all time? And this will be a great companion course for that, where you can learn about journalists and see those journalism movies, besides All the President's Men, all those other ones. So next question, Howard, how can news literacy campuses and schools influence what we do at Poynter's News U?
Tell us.
Absolutely.
Tell us what you want. We want your emails. What do you need? You know, I've gone through a lot of the syllabi around this topic, and I think there's a lot more we could do, but we need to know where we should put our priorities. I guess that's probably a good time to mention the syllabus exchange. Tell us about the syllabus exchange.
Sure, that's one of the tools we have under the, you can find it in the Tools for Educators section. You get to upload your syllabus, or if you're shopping for something about news literacy, you can browse the more than 160 syllabi we have on the site now. See what might be of help to you. In addition to syllabi, we also have handouts, exercises, activities, and all you need to do is register on the site, and then it's the sort of the take a penny, leave a penny model. If you take something, we just ask you to share something back and give to the community.
Yeah, I would hope that everybody there, hi, everybody there, if you would put up your syllabi, it would be so great to have a place that journalism educators from around the world could come and see the richness of teaching materials.
Absolutely. We have some other tools for educators.
Yeah, what else we got?
Well, we were going to talk a little bit about the way we can do assessments with our courses, including watching TV news. You want to explain that? Thanks to our friend.
Well, this is an idea that Dean pushed us to do, is the ability to use watching TV news within the class. At Stony Brook, he wanted some way that those students could actually send the results of an assessment or a test back just to Stony Brook. So we've developed that technology, and we are going to launch it site-wide and for others this fall. And so you'll be able to get a class code. We haven't set a price for that yet, but to be able to get a class code would be the cost of a tall Starbucks for a student, for example. And use that code to track how your students are doing in courses. So we're very excited about that technology. And what else we got?
In terms of tools for educators? We also have a certificate program. So what we're building is a list of resources out of the content that we teach. So we can develop assessments on those courses. We can build a certificate around that, and then you and your students can engage with the content, and then you can assess their learning in those concepts, the degree of proficiency they have, and we can partner with you on ways to build something that makes sense for you and your students.
That's really one of the messages that we wanted to leave you with, is that, Dean asked a lot of questions. How can you do this? How can we do this? How can we get involved with Poynter? We want to partner, and so it's an email, it's a phone call, as Howie knows, and Marcy knows, and Dean knows that Poynter is very much in the partnership mode, especially around news literacy. We got another question from Dean.
We do have another question. What lessons have we learned that might help you, and lessons that we've learned that help us as we continue to build out e-learning curriculum and other web-based tools?
Interactivity, fun, and be aware that this has got to be of the web. It just can't be on the web. It's got to have some of that same feel of action and reaction, and a way of it's a different way of teaching. It's not about putting your lectures up. It's not about putting a bunch of text up, but it's about engaging the student, or the public for that matter, and helping them understand concepts that we might know but they're not very familiar with.
And one more question. What's the most important thing that the news literacy movement can do to scale up, to continue to reach more and more students and the public?
Well, we're at an e-learning project at Poynter, and we think the number one way we can scale is through e-learning. And I went back and I looked at all of our e-learning courses, and they're about, all of our news literacy e-learning courses, and there are about 10 of them I would put in that category, and realized in total more than 75,000 students had participated in one or more of those courses, with the leader being the Be a Reporter game, which has a lot of appeal at the high school level. But what it means is that if we can get more courses, and if we can get more people aware of this kind of training, this kind of awareness, I think we can scale news literacy training or curriculum or education, however you want to call it, to a much wider and and it's very exciting.
So
Much wider audience.
tell me that number again. How many people have been in a news literacy module?
Well, the actual number is 76,620. So I've got the paper right here.
So with more courses on the way and more
courses on the way.
opportunities and more opportunities for partnership with other organizations. All right, one last question, Howard.
Okay.
Why are we doing this video?
Because Dean actually begged us to do this video. And he begged in such a way that he sent an email that embedded this picture, and we're going to make that picture real big. Yeah, that's how could you say no to a guy who asked you to do something with an email and that photograph?
Thank you, Dean, for the opportunity. Enjoy the conference.
Yeah, we wish we were there. Meanwhile, come visit Poynter. Come visit Poynter's e-learning site, newsu.org. Dean, Howie, Marcy, and all our friends up there, we wish you the very best. Enjoy the rest of the conference.